Sevenths of tenths of wealthy families deplete their entire fortunes by the second generation. Additionally, by the third generation, 9 of the 10 families have lost everything. However, the situation was not this way previously. It was, at the very least, not this awful previously. In the past, some ancient money could transfer wealth to future generations. In contrast, today's affluent youth are afflicted with substance abuse, multiple addictions, an insatiable desire for instant gratification, and an assortment of other vices. These vices ultimately contribute to their incapacity to preserve the wealth that has been bestowed upon them. What then has changed? The meaning of word success. What other terms come to mind when you hear the word success in the context of accumulating a substantial amount of wealth? Is it diligence, good fortune, being in the right place at the right time, opportunity meeting preparation, possession of the appropriate knowledge, education, unjust advantage, consistency, perseverance, talent, or merely having affluent parents that determines one's success? Financial prosperity could be aptly described by any of the aforementioned terms. Nonetheless, regardless of the term you choose to associate with success, one thing is certain: diligent effort is the driving force behind everything, with the exception of those who have inherited enormous fortunes, that is. The activities that appear to be laborious to these individuals are, in fact, enjoyable to them. Furthermore, even if this argument is presented in favor of the passion crowd, they can always attain a much higher level of success by working harder than their counterparts in that field. Hard labor serves as the fundamental basis upon which everything else is constructed. After that, the condiments of consistency and perseverance may be added. By combining these 3 elements, one can generate their own good fortune. Your own unjust advantage will be gained. Ultimately, one will find oneself in the ideal location at the ideal moment. You will locate the information necessary to burst through the ceiling. This notion leads us to the following: the contemporary environment in which we reside. You will observe, if you are observant, that the world has changed significantly. By changed, I mean that the bar for achieving financial success has been significantly lowered. Presently, individuals possess the attention span of 2-year-olds. Consequently, this renders the majority of individuals incapable of persisting long enough to devise resolutions for said problems. People today seek immediate gratification. Contemporary individuals have a tendency to completely disregard the difficulty of a given task, rather than attempting it unsuccessfully until success is achieved. Presently, the majority of individuals would rather engage in fun activities that do not contribute to their financial success. Nobody desires to perform tedious, menial labor any longer. Furthermore, I must reveal the truth. Genuine financial success is found in tedious, repetitive labor, simply demonstrating a marginal increase in concentration. Self-control and perseverance can grant you an inequitable edge over the countless individuals who are unwilling to emulate your actions and with whom you contend for identical financial resources. One word comes to mind when we trace the origin of this plague to our society's desire for immediate gratification. That term is dopamine, to be precise. Experts who have dealt with the affluent children we initially mentioned concluded that their deficiency is motivation. That is not a startling revelation whatsoever. How a generation of exceptionally driven entrepreneurs and industry titans managed to produce unmotivated delinquents is a cause for concern. While factors such as inadequate affection were acknowledged, the fact that the majority of these individuals have received everything they will ever require and have nothing to strive for stood out. There is no disparity between their current state and their potential state. Without a doubt, there are a great number of individuals on the opposite end of the wealth spectrum who are not wealthy and lack the self-discipline to pursue financial success for an extended period of time in order to achieve their financial objectives. This is where dopamine and the contemporary environment come into play. Andrew Huberman, an eminent researcher affiliated with the Stanford School of Medicine, asserts that dopamine has emerged as the preeminent form of currency in the contemporary era. According to him, stated in one of his lectures, success will favor individuals who are capable of self-regulating their dopamine exposure and pathways, because dopamine-inducing substances and activities are practically ubiquitous. That is to say, individuals who are capable of intentionally abstaining from fapping, likes, and highly stimulating content on social media. Those who are capable of resisting the allure of alcohol, drugs, and willing to endure tedious labor for an extended period of time in order to accomplish their financial objectives. The case for NoFap and lifelong financial success. Having a porn addiction does not preclude the possibility of achieving financial success in the future. However, If you have a severe addiction to porn and fapping, which may have begun during your youth on high-speed internet, then your dopamine pathway is almost certainly disrupted. The likelihood that you lack the capacity for self-regulation with regard to fapping is substantial. At this stage, you will undoubtedly experience subtle dopamine-related symptoms, such as easily becoming fatigued, quickly moving on to the next shiny investment opportunity, having difficulty expressing yourself in conversations, lacking intense focus, chronic fatigue, and so forth. Moreover, these are all symptoms associated with dopamine that may impede the achievement of your financial objectives. Therefore, if you begin NoFap, your life will absolutely improve. Despite the subtlety of these modifications, every small step towards attaining your financial objectives is significant in the context of NoFap and money. It is comparable to fine-tuning your equipment slightly further. A marginal amount of additional energy, motivation, and concentration would confer an unjust advantage, resulting in a marginal increase in efficiency. We are both aware of the potential financial gains that could be realized with a little more efficacy in the current era. I have created a free NoFap guide which can help you get started on this journey. Click the link in the description below to grab a copy. If you found this video to be helpful, click the like button and subscribe to this channel in order to receive further similar videos. See you in the next video, brother.